This is what inflation actually looks like. Most people blame grocery inflation on just prices going up. The bigger problem is what's happening with what we're having to buy and what we're having to cut out.
I just went to Walmart and spent $100 on nothing. I didn't get any meat. I got like pull-ups, underwear for my girls, bananas, a pack of noodles, some sausage for breakfast, body wash, dish soap, new little scrubbers, and washer pods. And then an outfit for my friend for her baby shower, and then an outfit for my son. And $100 of that stuff, it's ridiculous. This economy is literally trash. I do not know how people are living and able to just go out and buy stuff all the time. I would love it. I'd love to be in that category, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's not always just about how much you're spending, but it's also about what you're able to get for those same dollars. Prices of all these things going up has caused her to spend like $100 and wonder, what did I even buy from that? It's like, I didn't even really get any food, any real food at least, or anything that I can actually feed my family for dinner. But I'm just buying these odds and end things like just some diapers, some baby products, a little outfit for an outing I have to go on. And it's like $100 where that used to buy a week's worth of groceries. Sounds like a lot for $100. It does sound like a lot in terms of quantity, but it helps that she's buying at Walmart. It's actually a lot you just bought for $100. We're not living well, my friend, not well. How much are outfits supposed to cost? At Walmart, if you're spending more than $20 on an outfit, that's kind of pricey. I know what you mean, but that actually sounds like you got a lot. I thought you were going to list like 5 things and then you name like 20. Here at my Walmart where I live, you would not get half of that for $100. So I totally feel you that the prices are just out of control. Feels like she's spending a lot to get not a little because she didn't really get anything that she can actually eat. But in terms of the quantity and kind of some of the items that she bought, I see, that feedback. She bought an outfit, actually a couple outfits and some baby products. $100 doesn't stretch very far when you're buying baby products and clothing. Can't leave the house without spending $100. Every single time I go out, it's a little under or over $100, no matter what. I know a lot of people are feeling that way. It's like the cost of admission just to leave your house is $100. I empathize with how expensive a lot of stuff has gotten recently, and the cost of living is completely out of line with salaries today. The fact that you say you didn't buy meat and then you say you bought sausage in the next sentence didn't make sense to me though, LOL. It's frozen sausage links. I kind of get the point there, but she did kind of buy meat.
Is it just me? It's just me. I'm about to have a venting moment, y'all. But why do it seem like everything in the grocery store is damn $5?
If you're enjoying this video so far, would you do me a favor? Please hit the subscribe button, hit like, and leave a comment below on what you're seeing in your area for grocery prices. And if you're of the opinion that it's cheaper to eat out than buy at the grocery store.
Like, I'm looking at some rice that used to be like maybe $3, like $5. I got a little basket, so if I get 12 things, that's $60. Imagine if I had a freaking buggy. Coming in this sucker like buying 12 items for like $200. Like, can someone help me understand? Did they just sit next to each other and say, hey man, let's just make everything $5, man. Let's just kind of run it up on them. Like, the salaries ain't going up, wages ain't going up, cost of living's going up. Damn near groceries is ridiculous. I'm over here looking at some eggs. They damn near $7. Like, can someone please talk to someone that's in charge of this bullshit and be like, look, y'all, we kind of going a little overboard. Rice is $5 and a damn protein is like $5. Like, this is stupid, y'all. Am I the only one feeling like this, or y'all over here balling and I'm over here broke? Because I'm feeling like I'm 2 shades of being homeless with these damn prices. Help me out. Am I the only one?
They are robbing us. A bag of apples was $11. Since 2020, prices have tripled. No, for real, prices have doubled or tripled. Even a quick trip for one dinner is like $60. Literally, and healthy foods are so expensive. Yeah, for real, like the more healthy you try to spend at the grocery store, the more it's going to cost you. Whole foods, real meat, real vegetables, real fruit is going to run you way more than the average person is spending at the grocery store buying processed foods, cheap family meals, frozen foods. those things you're going to be able to get for a lot cheaper than buying higher quality real meat, chicken, steak, pork. I think he's onto something here where it's like the lowest end thing you can really buy at the grocery store used to be like pennies and cents, and now it's feels like it's several dollars up to like $5, where everything has a higher minimum price tag associated with it. It feels like almost nothing is like what it used to be. But I do think that prices at grocery stores are very highly dependent on where you live. So like to get a dozen or 18 eggs where we live is really more like $3. It's nothing near $7. So I think it really depends on what brand you're buying. We buy the Walmart Great Value brand. Whereas if you're buying, a name brand organic egg in a different part of the country, that's where it could really hit you and be as high as like $7. They increased the cost of everything. $5 for a big chip bag that used to be $2. I know we're really feeling that one. Going grocery shopping is a freaking headache now. Yeah, that's why nobody does it anymore. That's why everybody's doing curbside and delivery, so they don't have to go in there and feel miserable picking out all the items that cost. Now you just do it on your online cart and you pick it up, or you do a curbside pickup, or even you can get it delivered now. Yep, for a family of 4 here, used to pay $300 for 2 weeks of groceries. Now it's $500 to $600 every 2 weeks. Makes me sick. No one should have to struggle to buy food. I have to put my groceries on credit cards now. Wow, that is tough, guys. Please, please, please. If you're putting your groceries on credit cards, at least try to pay them off. Please, please do not be paying credit card interest rate for your groceries, or even worse. I know there's a lot of people having to use buy now, pay later at Walmart or grocery stores. Don't do that. Don't fall for that trap. It's a terrible thing. And if you get into that spiral, it's very, very difficult to get out.
Why are groceries so expensive? I went to the store today. I got a pack of spaghetti, ground turkey, tomato sauce, and a bag of lettuce. $32. $32. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I remember this being under $10 a couple years back. Or when I was a kid, I feel like it was under $10, or at least under $15. But to be paying $32 for chicken, pasta, sauce, and lettuce? This is scary right now, but now I'm scared about what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years. Is that going to be over $50 just to have one meal? I don't really know what needs to be done at this point, whose fault it is. I just know that something in our economy needs to change, because there's no way that someone like myself, or just anybody, doesn't matter who, no one should be spending over $30 on a basic meal like that. Something needs to change.
I don't think you can walk into a store and buy less things without it being $35. It's out of control, and I feel crazy every time I grocery shop. There's no rules anymore. Been going on since COVID. They're trying to starve us. Remember when it used to be cheaper to cook at home? LOL. Now it's about the same price. Might just get one more meal out of the home cooked food, depending on that volume being prepared. Cheaper to buy family meals. KFC and Texas Roadhouse have great deals. Everything, and I mean everything, changed for the worse since COVID happened. As consumers, we set the market prices, not the companies. By paying $32 for a meal, you just agreed with the price and think it's fair. So therefore, companies will either leave those prices the same or raise them, and more consumers agree to the new prices. So it's for us as consumers to need to spend less, then the companies will have no choice but to lower their prices. So what am I supposed to eat? If everything is just going up, are you supposed to stop buying everything? I know they say to vote with your wallet, but can you vote against everything and just vote no? I don't want to play this game anymore. It's beyond ridiculous. They're trying to starve us all out. When we subsidized 42 million people to get free food, prices went up. Everything we subsidize gets increased. What kind of items, name brand, by that math, each item was $8. Yeah, it really does matter what brand you're buying, where you're buying it, because what I'm seeing in grocery prices across the country is it's wildly different between brand, off-brand, store brands, and also based on the company you're shopping at. Whole Foods to Walmart to everything in between with Aldi's and Publix. Prices are going to fluctuate so much depending on what store you're shopping at and for what brand. So this last video clip is going to be a little contrarian view. I am of the opinion that grocery prices are through the roof right now, and they're on an unsustainable track. But there is a lot of negative belief going on right now that everything is unaffordable with groceries and that you might as well just eat out because the prices of groceries have gone up so much. But I did want to offer one contrarian opinion to that, to say that you still do have a lot of control in how much you spend at the grocery store.
People say that groceries are more expensive than eating out these days, and that might be true. If you can't grocery shop worth a damn. Oh, a McDonald's burger is $7, but all the ingredients for a burger at the grocery store is $17. Yeah, but you can have burgers all week. It might not be what you want, but 8 out of 10 times, groceries are always going to be cheaper. Now, do I want to cook? That's a different story. There have been times when all I had was 2 nickels to rub together. I would go to the store and buy a rotisserie chicken, a sack of potatoes, and vegetables for like $30, and that would last me all week. You try to go out there and eat out on $30 all week and try to get decent protein and nutrition, and especially if you're trying to lose weight. You try to go out there, eat healthy, eating out on a budget, and see if you need to sell a kidney. Another example is pre-cut fruit. I love me some pre-cut watermelon from Publix. Ooh, the best. But if my funds were low, I gotta cut the damn watermelon myself. I could buy a watermelon for $6, and 3 slices of Publix watermelon is like $6.50. So yes, grocery shopping is more expensive than eating out, if you can't grocery shop correctly.
A lot of time, what you're really paying for at the grocery store is convenience. It's convenient to have your fruit pre-cut, pre-washed. Of course, I mean, if you have the money and you have the will, go ahead and buy the pre-cut fruit. But if you're trying to save a few dollars, maybe don't buy the pre-cut fruit and buy the whole fruit that you have to cut. A lot of people never learned how to cook, and it shows. A pint of ice cream is $4.49 and a McFlurry is $5.29. As a single girl, that rotisserie chicken will last a long time, and you can make chicken stock with the leftovers. That's pretty creative. Grocery shopping is always going to be cheaper until I don't think there's ever going to be a time where it's truly more expensive to buy groceries than eat out. I think a lot of people are just making the argument that eating out is definitely more convenient. They obviously want to do it because they don't want to cook, plan, cook, clean. And, you know, if you're just a single individual, it's harder to cook for yourself because you're going to, you know, have a lot of leftovers, maybe a lot of food waste. But that's where, you know, meal prepping and being smart about what you make, how long it'll last for, and planning your meals out may be a way to save even more money. It's so much cheaper to meal prep, even getting some frozen essentials when you're super tired. A bag of general chicken, frozen vegetables, and rice at Aldi easily gives me 2 meals for about $10. A lot of people just don't know how to grocery shop properly. All this was $250 between Aldi, Publix, and stuff is enough to make dinner every night for 2 to 3 weeks, plus breakfast, lunch, snacks, drinks, veggies, and fruit, and we keep stocks of rice and dried beans. Yeah, that's a lot of groceries right there for $250. So we've seen in this video that prices at the grocery store have definitely skyrocketed over the last 5 years at an unsustainable pace and can't continue like this forever. But I think we've seen the real issue is that while the prices have gone up, wages and wage inflation have just not kept up, making it a too big of a gap between the rise of food prices and home product prices, the increase that people are seeing on their paychecks. There's just too big of a gap now. Really, I think the only fix for this is that we get wages to rise to the level that other goods and services have risen over the last few years. If we're able to raise the minimum wage or raise the average wage of Americans, then, you know, prices will still feel like they've gone up a lot, but this gap between the prices of everything and how much people have to spend should narrow, making it a more affordable economy for us all to live in. Guys, would you do me one more favor? Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Hit like and leave a comment below what you think might be the fix-all for this problem that we have in our economy right now. YouTube thinks that you'd be interested in checking out this video above. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.